Eating junk food is so common that when somebody starts eating healthy, it is instantly labeled as dieting. Honestly, the more I read this, the more it makes sense. I think part of this plays into the fact that there's now about as many Starbucks as there are McDonald's, and neither of those are healthy, neither on your waistline nor wallet. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/Fatlogic, which I am just now realizing I have honestly not done in maybe like 7 or 8 months. And you know what, I figured I might go back into it because I've had this new spark of motivation to actually do more at the gym than just walk on the treadmill. So, you know, maybe I can help some other people. Also, a disclaimer for the video, I'm in no way, shape, or form going to be doing anything regarding pointing out somebody like a whole haha look at this fatty kind of thing. No, more so pointing out anybody's thought process of anybody thinking you can be like on my 600-pound life. And I figured if this can help me get motivated to do more healthy habits, maybe I can help some other people too. I know what being bullied for your weight is like, and it is not fun. And that is never anything I would wish on anybody. But without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, and let go. Lots of patients report that they feel just fine when they have extremely high blood pressure and uncontrolled diabetes. Your intuition about your health means jack dookie. Very certain anybody that has a severe health issue is not willing to talk about it, even with a licensed professional like a doctor, because, well, they feel like they'll be criticized for it. You can say you're just fine, but in reality, you're not. And I feel stuff like this is a wonderful example as to why there is patient-doctor confidentiality. The exact same thing goes with therapists. If there is an issue that is known between both the professional and you, then there is a solution that can come from it, but being able to be open with it is actually sometimes can be a challenge. My roommate is the winner at microaggressions. Never has she been rude or called me fat or even heavy, but all of her actions are just an attack on me simply for my size. She leave her swim bag in a coat rack by the door to remind me that she works out. She hangs her tiny clothes on the line where I can see them. She refuses any of the food I bring home. She's not vegetarian or allergic or anything. She always says she already cooked some for herself, but I can see her fat phobia when she says that. She doesn't want to eat my food because I'm gross. I barely see her eat, so I know she is lying about it. All of her movement and actions are just fatphobic, hateful bull. I'm kind of wondering if this person actually brought it up to the whole other person, the roommate and everything, about like the swimwear being left around. Plus, like, while it is nice for you to cook for other people, that doesn't mean that they're required to eat your food. And in the scenario, the only person calling you gross is yourself. And really, you get upset because she hangs her clothes on the line? That's called doing laundry. I was body positive then, and I'm body positive now. It's not my job to validate how people feel about their bodies. I feel bad that it's made anyone feel horrible about themselves, but that's not my job. Adele on some fans' negative reactions to her weight loss. Hashtag one night only. Imagine doing something that you feel is an improvement for yourself because you want to do it, and then other people have a problem with that. It doesn't sound right. Unpopular opinion. Diet soda in moderation isn't bad for you. You can eat carbs and lose weight. Squats aren't bad for your knees. The fat gene doesn't exist. You haven't got a slow metabolism, you got a fast appetite. Hashtag cut the BS. I hate the term morbidly obese because fat isn't deadly and you aren't going to die from having fat. If you got a little chub, you a little bit of squish, look, you're not really going to have any issues. However, if you do have a whole bunch of fat, like the type of people that you would find on my 600-pound life, you can find out real quick that there are a whole slew of medical complications or health issues that can come from having that much fat on your system. Perfect just the way you are from Cadbury. I can't be the only one thinking like, yeah, this is a neat little bit of motivation, but it could have been put on something else, anything else other than a chocolate bar. I do, however, always get excited around Easter because these guys make some pretty good eggs and I always have at least 1 or 2. Gym rats are so strong because I'd be darned if I ate fried chicken and rice for the rest of my life. They are not strong. They just have eating disorders and they have delusioned themselves into thinking they don't. Eating healthy nowadays is termed as having an eating disorder. LMAO. Yeah, you know, you gotta watch out. It's a real health issue when you go to the gym, lift weights, and eat healthy. I'm honestly just glad that my Planet Fitness got rid of their whole Pizza Monday spiel because that was honestly kind of annoying and just, it was weird. I'm used to American fat phobia, but darn, European fat phobia is a whole nother level, bro. I don't know about other countries, but France's normal diet diet is disordered eating. They don't believe in snacks. Ah yes, the good old we don't believe in snacks, and that is definitely a disorder because, it's totally healthy to have 7 Twinkies. I'll tell you this right now, the difference between America and Europe is that Europe doesn't really care about your feelings. If they don't like you, they're gonna tell you. I always remember my trip to Europe. It was a nice little touring thing, but in, I think it was either France or Italy, one of the signs they had for the whole chocolate stands and everything, their do not touch sign was only in English. And I knew very quick that English was not for the pip-pip-to-doodly-doo boys up in the UK. Besides, flat bellies are unhealthy. Our organs need space to work properly, and fat gives that space. Ah, yes, because taking a room and stuffing it full of insulation really opens it up. Where are the fat people in sports? Why are they keeping fat athletes off TV? Hashtag haze, hashtag fat acceptance, hashtag fat phobia, hashtag conspiracy. First off, sumo wrestling. Secondly, maybe there's a qualifying thing, and there are people that have tried to qualify, but the people that are more physically fit are able to do better. Because I can imagine for the qualifying for the Olympics, they don't exactly care how much body fat percentage, it's more so like what you can do as a person. Kinda why you don't see the people with the exact same body build in swimming as you would see with powerlifting. They have cards at my doctor's office now to tell them if you'd prefer not to be weighed. Please don't weigh me unless it's really medically necessary. If you really need my weight, please tell me why so that I can give you my informed consent. Why? Because most health conditions can be addressed without knowing my weight. When you focus on my weight, I get stressed, and that is not healthy. Weighing me every time I come in for an appointment and talking about my weight like it's a problem perpetuates weight stigma, a known and serious health risk. I pursue healthy behaviors regardless of my weight status. See health at every size. Yeah, I'm gonna be less inclined to believe that the doctor's office actually put this out, more so thinking that somebody that wanted to put these cards there snuck it onto the counter. My family silently judges me whenever I snack on sugared butter, one of my favorites, but I'm the one who has the last laugh, feeling refreshed and vitalized from the healthy fats and energy I receive from it. That is called a sugar rush, ya dip. Your snack is literally 2 additives mushed together, and you're not mentioning the sugar crash you'll have in about an hour and a half. Why is it emotionally cool to manage emotions with a half bottle of wine, but totally dangerous to manage emotions with food? Stress eating is not good, and neither is alcoholism. I would very much think that the person that thought that this was a good idea of a post needs to get a little bit of a check. Whoever made the whole image, you're not exactly the brightest tool in the shed. I'm sorry, but why is 250 pounds always assumed to be fat content? You do realize muscle is denser and takes up less space? 250 pounds can't be generalized with the image on the left. There is no standard image for any number. You would have to have a lot of muscle to make 250 pounds. Dwayne Johnson is literally 260 pounds, and he's one of the largest and most buff guys on the planet. Yeah, 250 pounds of muscle is going to be very different looking than 250 pounds of fat. Also, it is a whole lot easier to be 250 pounds of fat, unfortunately. And the second I saw, the whole why do people assume that 250 pounds is just fat, why can't it be muscles? Because the first thing that went through my mind was, if you were 250 pounds of muscle, you'd be jacked to all heck. You're freaking dumb if you think that all fat people can just lose weight by working out or eating less. Because what is working out or eating healthy or doing healthy habits ever done for anybody? Just a load of baloney. What are you gonna say next? A healthy sleep schedule? Now that's absolutely talking out the batucas. Healthy eating might be only eating bread at dinner, eating 5 pizzas of pizza for lunch, having cookies for a snack. Healthy eating involves listening to internal cues. It's not about specific food or rules. Ah yes, because your body's saying, hey, give me carbs, grease, carbs, or trans fats, and a bunch of sugar is definitely not the sign your body has a problem. Plus, with the logic in that last sentence, the whole it's not about any specific food or cue or rules, then that would mean you'd be perfectly fine with eating a chicken salad or something like that, right? Like if somebody made you a Caesar salad and gave that to you, you'd be perfectly fine and dandy about eating that. What reason is there not to get fat? Yes, I do want to be cushier and comfier. Yes, I do want to expand so I can eat more. There's no reason not to get bigger. No, I would not like to die of early age. Plus also sleep apnea runs in my family. I would very much not like to have to go to sleep with a mask. Plus also the whole you want to be bigger so you can eat more. like, the professional, like, eating competition winners are all really small people. Hi, I was looking at your selfies. You are so beautiful, by the way. I hope this doesn't come off as rude, but I was wondering if you knew that posting selfies showing your stomach can cause ED in some people, like me. I completely understand if I sound rude. I just wanted to let you know you should maybe think about this before you post selfies. Some of us can't control the fact that we have a tummy. So let me see if I get this straight. You saw something that made you feel uncomfortable, yet instead of saying something or doing something along the lines of unfollowing the page, you decided to message them to try to get them to change what they post. Very much this goes under the whole saying of, like, you can't please everybody. If you change your stuff because one person doesn't want it, you're gonna have another person saying, oh, I don't like what you changed to, go back to what you originally were, and you just wind up flip-flopping. You know, just in the end, like I've stated before, if it's not hurting anybody in a negative way, shape, or form, then post what you want to do, and if other people don't like it, they're not required to follow you. When a restaurant decides to start putting calories on the menu, why? I was a little surprised when they started doing that, but now that I think about it, I was actually looking through the menu, and I was legitimately surprised at how many of the entrees were 4-digit calorie counts. And, like, usually now whenever I go out, if I'm on a diet and somebody's offering to buy me food, which is usually like a weak point for myself because I'll get carried away, I actually just now look for the thing on the menu with the lowest calorie count. Like, somebody offered to buy me Buffalo Wild Wings at one night, and I wound up getting just the naked chicken tender. And I'm honestly wondering why they called it that and not just chicken breast, because that's pretty much what it was. My sweet, handsome man went to the vet yesterday, and he was diagnosed as obese. Fat phobia is now alive and well in the feline world. Hashtag cats of Twitter. Hashtag cat. Hashtag fat. Hashtag fat phobia. I know I'm not the only one when I say this. I wish animals could be fat and it not be a health issue, because I like a chubby tabby. At least, like, when they address your cat's weight, they can have a little bit of a fun with the weight sizes. I'm just honestly surprised this graph didn't have an absolute unit size. The idea that the body works on simple calories in/calories out model is one of the most pervasive myths used to harm fat people, despite being disproven in study after study. Ah yes, and which study was that you did not have to go to page 20 of Google for your Google search in order to find the one answer that was geared towards your direction? I was just denied knee surgery, bilateral total knee replacement, because of my BMI. The surgeon says that he has a preferred BMI of 35 and would not consider me as a candidate for surgery until I reached it, even though he admitted to me that his assessment of the condition of my knee in isolation made me a candidate for immediate TKR. The last time I was at a BMI that met his criteria, I was in my teens and was so thin I looked sick. Teen, thin, BMI 35. That totally makes sense. If the doctor is telling you that we can't work on you until you lose the weight, then there's most likely a reason behind it. For real, if I see something that's really cute but not my size, I just buy it to keep in my drawer and gatekeep from the skinnies. You can absolutely guarantee this is the same person that would go nuclear if they saw a skinny person buying an oversized hoodie. I absolutely hate how thin trans masks refuse to acknowledge that them buying shirts and hoodies way too large for them is still not cool. Yes, baggy shirts help with chest dysphoria, I know, as a trans mask person myself, but you're still taking clothes from fat people what did I say like 30 seconds ago? It's okay if on Thanksgiving your child refuses new foods, only eats the bread and butter on the table, eats multiple desserts, eats until they are uncomfortably full. Treat Thanksgiving like any other meal. Trust your child's internal wisdom. Yeah, no, that last part's a loadable, because very much no child is going to have any bit of wisdom, especially around Thanksgiving, because I was a child myself, surprisingly, and my mind around Thanksgiving was all ooga booga mashed potato. As of recently, though, I've really gotten down to like having just one plate, because still, whether or not I have 1 serving or 17 servings of food on Thanksgiving, it's still gonna taste like Thanksgiving food. But I honestly don't think you should be saying to let your child treat Thanksgiving as every other meal, or treat every other meal as Thanksgiving. Pitch Perfect star Rebel Wilson told the BBC that her management was not excited about her weight loss. Wilson has documented her healthy journey on social media since 2020. Oh, look, another plus-size actress loses weight, and we are told it was for health reasons. A fun fact, thin people aren't always healthy. Fat people aren't necessarily unhealthy. I hate this framing so much. It just puts more pressure on people to lose weight at any cost. And look, another person getting upset at somebody else losing weight. And it's not like she was getting down to an unhealthy weight. It's most likely Rebel wasn't at like a nutritionalist, some type of dietitian, somebody that actually knew what they were doing. You know, very much unlike the majority of this subreddit. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, because it would be something that would be interesting to bring back to the channel, because I would like to be able to use this as proper weight motivation, and hey, maybe I could help somebody else do something good for themselves. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you haven't not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.